Let's do a test of the Garrett Ace Apex with the Viper coil on it, the 6x11 coil on some really trashy spot here, okay? I have it in 0 mode, multi-frequency. I'll drop my gain down just a little bit here, just to give it a little bit of a fighting chance here, right? It's gonna start raining here in a minute, so I wanna make this quick because the Garrett is not waterproof, and I'll show you. Let's look at my test garden here. I have a rusty nail right there, a roofing nail, and a dime, a pull tab, a penny with a bunch of foil around it, and then a nail running down the barrel. And then I have a quarter, a bunch of foil right there, some can slaw, and a rusty square nail, and then a penny right there. All those targets. I'm gonna try to separate those out with the Garrett, right? Ground balance. Run it in multi-frequency 0, so 0 discrimination. And I'll see if I can smack that dime out. I want to try to get a high tone from it. My iron audio is set at 3, I think. Set at 0. It's set at 0. So I'll go with 4. That's what I usually like, having iron audio out. I'm hitting it because it's not down the barrel there, but I'm not. It's hard to pinpoint it because I have this other target here, a mid conductor, right next to it in the field of that coil. See, it's not hitting it very good. It's hitting that pull tab really good. Rotate on it here. I don't know where any of those targets are going that way because it's just struggling here a little bit. It's not able to pinpoint that penny right there. That penny's really hard to pinpoint. And if I try to use the pinpoint button on here, it's not able to pinpoint that dime right there. See, it's right above the coil there. Just overwhelming the detector. Too much trash there. So the pinpoint button is absolutely useless. And I'm trying to show you how important it is to have a metal detector to pinpoint very accurate in the soil and get through all that trash, right? Get through all that trash and separate that trash from those coins there, right? Just iron. Nothing but iron over that penny there. Because I got iron and I have foil and I have a pull tab right there, so close to that penny. It's just overwhelming it, right? And of course the iron and the foil there. Here's the quarter. And remember, that foil right there is sitting there too. So it's really jumpy tones, jumpy numbers, but the tone is good. I would definitely dig that quarter out. I'm still learning this detector, but I want to test it in the iron, right? I want to see if it can get through some trash here. Sure, it's hitting that, but it's hitting it only on the edge of the coil there. I want to get directly over that coil and pinpoint it, because I can't pinpoint it out here because it sounds like a coin is right here, right? That's why I always rotate on my targets. So there's nothing, definitely nothing right there, right? Sounds like something's right there, but it's not. So I got to move over here close to that target. So if I try to dig up some of these targets, I'm gonna make a humongous mess, right? And I don't want to make a mess. Multi-frequency 0, that's the best modes that I can put it in, and the best frequency that'll perform in that really trashy spot there. And now we'll take the Simplex with the 5x9 coil. My gain is dropped down just a little bit, and I'm in Park 2 mode. It's struggling with that dime a little bit, but I can pinpoint it. It's right there. And of course it's gonna hit that, this really good, that pull tab really good. So remember that iron nail is right there, and this just a lot of trash in this area. And I encounter this a lot. That's where you find the rings, that's where you find the most coins, that's where you find the most jewelry, is in spots just like this, man. It's in my videos, man. I dig in some really trashy areas, but that's where you gotta get through, man. I can pinpoint that very, very good, right? Now here's that penny. I can pinpoint that penny right on the end. Here's some foil right here, some iron right there, and a pull tab right there, and I can still pinpoint that penny right there. Sure, the numbers are really low, but I can still get a solid tone on that, sweeping really short. It's hitting that quarter and that penny pretty good, man. Oh. That quarter's spanking it. And remember that foil right there, the foil really messes up with your numbers. So the numbers are not, I don't really go by my numbers when I'm digging in trash, right? Just spanking that penny out like there's no tomorrow. See, I can isolate it. I can isolate my targets in the trash. And this is a multi-frequency machine. It's not waterproof. And I dig in a lot in super trashy areas, pretty much most of the winter. And it's not cutting through the iron good enough for me, right? You saw that. I can buy a Simplex for $254 and spend another $120 on a coil, and it'll be cheaper than this multi-frequency machine. And it's waterproof and updatable. It's all about how easy it is to learn the machine. And this multi-frequency machine, you know, it's not all about multi-frequency machines. You know, having multi-frequency machines makes it a little bit more complicated, and both these are entry-level machines, right? They're, you know, I would consider this one as a mid-range machine because of the price. It really is an entry-level machine because the Ace series is an entry-level machine. But with the price being that it is, you know, over $400, $430, it's not an entry-level machine anymore. Entry-level machines are right around 200 bucks, right? And it's just not waterproof. If they had a waterproof machine, I believe it'll do a lot. They'll sell 1 million more of these machines. Well, I just wanted to show you how important separation is in getting good targets out, because, you know, where the treasure is at is where the trash is going to be at. There's so much trash, like in schools and in parks, and you have to have a machine that's going to cut through that iron and cut through that foil. The foil is a big thing, man. The nails aren't really a huge thing, but the pull tabs and that foil, the places that have the most rings in them are just littered in foil and pull tabs. So you just got to dig all that stuff out. But if I'm not able to pinpoint those targets, I just make so much bigger of a mess, right? I want to precisely pinpoint that target. And this coil is just a little bit too big for the trash. So if they had an optional coil for their for the Ace, it might do a lot. I know it'll do a lot better, especially with the multi-frequency machine. With the Simplex, you know, if I get around these schools that have all the EMI, I can use my machine, right? But with the Garrett Ace, you're going to be able, with the Apex, you're going to be able to get in there and get through some of that EMI because you have a multi-frequency machine. But there's a huge price difference between these machines, and there's a lot of different options for these machines. But it all boils down to, you know, how much you're going to be detecting and how much trash you want to be detecting around. Because really, the more trash that you dig up and the more places that you're digging around trash, you're going to find more rings, you're going to find more jewelry, you're going to find more treasure. And if you have a machine that's not going to get through it, you're going to be making a big mess. And cleaning up the mess takes a long time to do, and so you're going to be digging up less targets throughout the day. So if you have a machine that can really pinpoint and get those targets pinpointed precisely, you're going to be making a less of a mess, and you're going to be able to dig more targets out per day. And sure, you're going to be digging up more trash, but you're not spending time cleaning up your mess if you can pinpoint really accurately. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.